Guys, you guys do not understand. I go to shoot these videos and I start yapping in the intro. I just need to save it for when we're actually in the video and just do my intro. So without further adu, I love to see your guys' comments. It's good to see you, Swag, Potted Plant. It's always good to see the rest of you. Elephant, he's the one who introduced me to they that I don't know, which you may identify. It's almost 2025. I don't know if this identity politics is still going to keep going. Anywho, not to misgender anyone. Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to be your authentic self. Remember to love yourself. Remember to truly spread that love and be one. I'm going crazy. I think the tier list is making me go crazy. My brain cells are actually melting. That comment I read, did I read it in? I might have read it in the part that you guys probably have just watched, where one of the comments was like, "I'm surprised Soygun hasn't gone crazy after this." I don't. I'm dying. This whole tier list is a cognito hazard, and it's showing, isn't it? Anyways, let's get into the video. That's it. Now, what I was yapping about in the other part, or in the other 3 takes of this video that I tried to start recording, was that I forgot to edit out the part with Marge Simpson. That's all I'm going to say. The Marge Simpson edit that animator did. And that probably is such a weird part of the video because it's like animated as if I was supposed to skip it. I think. I don't even know what it looks like. Let me see, bro. Never mind, I can't find it. I don't know if it was awkward. I don't know if the edit was all weird, but I forgot to edit it out. I'm assuming that Swag, you're just completely good with the clips you get put in and you never get striked or anything for any of the like weird animations. So I'm gonna just trust you and keep going. I'm gonna just trust it and keep going. And just I don't know, I'll keep you posted if anything happens to like one of my videos. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming everything is going by the guidelines. Some of this stuff I'm like, how? But anyways, all right, Swag. All right, everyone else. All right, Potted. All right. I'm melting. I don't know what's going on, guys. Let's just get it going. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm losing my mind. The wrong way. Let's get it. All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome back once again to the massive YouTube Iceberg. In the last video, we wrapped up Tier 8, the Degenerate.
Ooh, I'll slow it down. I usually watch videos slightly faster. I did it in the last part.
Tier with 2 of the grossest and, I guess, yeah, degenerate people YouTube has ever seen. And at the end of that video, I said it could only get weirder from there. Today we're starting Tier 9, which is titled the Satan Tier. One could only imagine what horrors await us in this part of the iceberg. As the chart describes them, people who fit into this tier most likely lost all their innocence, if they haven't already that is, due to exposure to so much weird and dark content. Potted Plant has said to me personally that the Satan Tier, true to its name, is one of the most disturbing tiers in the entire chart, probably second only to tier 13, which is the final tier. Though he was probably just talking about the later half of this tier, because like, man, look at all those NSFW tags. I guess we'll find out. Before we get started, thank you to Hollowed, Joshua Muller, The Biggest of Men, and 80 Constant, as well as all my other Patreon supporters. There was a surprising amount of people who actually signed up for the Patreon, which to be honest, I didn't think many people were going to do, so thank you a lot to all those people. With all that out of the way, let's get started with Tier 9 of the massive YouTube iceberg. But first, have you ever done a Google search for your first and last name or your email address? You'd probably be pretty shocked to find out what people can see about you. Strangers can find out your address, your date of birth, your relatives, and so many more things that you'd probably want private, or at least I would. Data brokers will take your information and sell it to scammers and even more malevolent people who might want to target you. That's why I've been using Aura, the current sponsor of
My man got sponsored.
It's a service that can show you just what information data brokers
That's a lovely thing to see.
Can find out about you and automatically submits opt-out requests to any service you've used before. Doing this not only helps reduce the amount of annoying spam emails you'll get, but it also protects you from hackers who want to access your account, as well as other miscreants and ne'er-do-wells. AT&T recently revealed that 73 million customer records have been released on the dark web and other shady areas of the internet. They recommend that if you're a part of that 73 million, you should use strong passwords, consider credit freezes and fraud alerts, and monitor your account activity. And Aura does exactly that, completely automated for way way cheaper than doing all this other stuff separately. If I was compromised in that breach, I wouldn't even have to worry, because Aura is always on. You can go to aura.com/swagwin to start a 2-week free trial, linked below in the video description. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring this video.
Wow.
Don't miss out on big
Coles. Oh, you got a lava background for this tier, huh? Oh, In-hye's last video? What? We got the Binding of Isaac too. Fitting for the music.
Oh In-hye was a South Korean actress and model who was a little controversial. From what I can gather, her only main controversy was that at a film festival, she wore a revealing dress. This most likely doesn't seem like much to you and I, but it actually was so controversial that she would be effectively blacklisted from the film industry in Korea. In 2019, she began a YouTube channel that mainly consisted of beauty vlogs, where she, does her makeup and stuff like that. Standard beauty channel content. This channel would last for around 2 years, and while it wouldn't be the most popular channel in the world, peaking at around 15,000 subscribers, she would still regularly upload to the channel for the next 2 years. However, in September of 2020, she was found dead in her home. Not much is known about the details of her death, but official sources say she had died of cardiac arrest as a result of taking her own life, with no other further context released. Weird, but celebrities taking their own life is worryingly common in South Korea. Being a celebrity in South Korea kinda sucks, since it's an extremely rigorous and demanding lifestyle, even more so than their Western counterparts. They're far more susceptible to harassment from the public, and anything they do that even slightly deviates from the perfect persona is enough to anger people. It's possible that she was still facing harassment 8 years later from her revealing dress controversy, which is unfortunately the thing most people remembered her for. However, when the news came of her passing, people began looking back at her social media activity and found some weird stuff. Mainly, her final video on her YouTube channel was a video uploaded almost exactly 2 days before her death, called In-hye's Nightly Routine Skincare. This video would be marked Volume 48 of In-hye's life, which is a naming convention that was used on every single one of her videos. Interestingly, the last video she uploaded before this final video was Volume 45, so you would think that it'd be Volume 46, right? Not only that, but at 48 seconds into the video, there's this strange buffering glitch effect that starts playing, and it lasts for around a minute. The glitch, perhaps coincidentally, looks like she's repeatedly stabbing and chopping at her neck with her comb. Even weirder is that the audio is completely intact, except for at around a minute 30, where there's this high-pitched voice.
We're starting off freaky as hell. What am I watching right now? What the fuck? Am I being extremely loud? I'm sorry if I am. I don't know. My mic settings keep shifting, and I think it's just because of this microphone. I got it used, but I couldn't pass it up, bro. I love this brand of mic. Microphone. Yeah. Dude, but what is this creepy shit right here, dude?
Voice sound effect that plays, which is clearly not her. No one can really identify what this voice is saying. So it was.
That just made me feel so uncomfortable. We can't just go back to Swagwin talking normal. What? What?
It was marked as Volume 48, and there was a glitch at 48 seconds into the video. What's the significance of the number, you may ask? Well, remember how I said she was found dead 2 days after making this video? That's 48 hours. And yeah, I guess it could be a coincidence, but you have to remember that these both seem like kind of obvious mistakes to make and fix. Like the whole second minute of a video, like really? Furthermore, she made a post on her Instagram that was just a photograph of a flower, and the caption read somewhat like a final message where she discusses exposing someone who referred to her as just a body that he can use until the very end. Some speculate that this is referring to Ha Wong, a man who is a popular lawyer on Korean social media. He was also tagged in the post, so, The post was deleted shortly after, and then Ha Wong's entire social media presence vanished in an instant. For this reason, some speculate that instead of In-hye taking her own life, she was instead murdered by Wong, a theory helped in no small part by the various bruises found all along her body, though this could have just been from CPR. Whatever the case, it's truly a haunting and tragic story about mental health and fame.
I don't want to make a bunch of theories on how someone died, but because rest in peace for her. It's like that just feels bad, bro. I don't know. That's odd. That's odd, man. Sometimes you don't have enough to go off of. Sometimes those little hints need to be taken a bit more serious. Like, it seems like context clues is a bit strange, dude. A guy who's seen her only as just a body. Like, she could have been driven mad by her mental health. The fuck was that? She could have been driven to, like, the brink because of her mental health, but I don't know, man. Oh, 7 students. I didn't even read that, but he's gonna read it.
7 students died after falling from 4th floor, please be very careful, is a video that no longer exists. However, re-uploads exist under different names. This video is footage of an incident that occurred in Bolivia in 2021. Essentially, several students were crowded onto a balcony in order to assemble into a big lecture hall. And you can obviously tell that the size of the balcony is not nearly large enough to justify having that many people on it. As a result, the railing collapsed and around 7 students fell to their deaths. It was on the 4th floor of the building. I'm not going to show any footage of this, obviously, because it's, children dying. However, you can clearly tell what brought it over the edge was 2 students fighting right near the edge of the railing. This video really sucks to watch.
Damn. Okay, so I see what we're starting off the video with just straight death. That's how the Satan tier begins. Death.
This channel, I don't even know how you pronounce this. Tierway?
It almost looks like it's supposed to be like to wire or tired. No. Tier 1 wire? I don't know. Or Trek.
Tier Tier 13, T1WRE3 was supposedly a Brazilian YouTube channel that this YouTuber taught and found while typing up random letters and numbers into a search bar. Somehow, this channel just so happened to be a creepy ARG kind of deal, and he found it by miraculously typing in the exact name of the channel. Also, the channel was active when he found it, too. Yeah, if you've heard of this channel, most likely because you're from Brazil or speak Portuguese, then you'll know that it's no secret that it's fake. Though I believe this to be some kind of Godly Recon or Tech at Realm or Cartoon Incorporated kind of deal. By the way, I can't fucking wait to talk about Mama Max more in the Honorable Mention series. The uploader makes it abundantly clear that in the description that the video, as well as subsequent series, is a work of fiction. So you can't really get mad at this person for faking their mysteries when they are completely explicit about it.
3 of your ex.
I mean, but like, aren't all ARGs technically faking their mysteries? I don't know. Hail Zaon or Zaon?
Hail Zaon. Zaon?
Wait. I said it too. What was that? Kanye West 80 Degrees instrumentals? What was under it? His ass never dropped Yandi, so surely this can't get striked.
Hail Zaon. Zaon was a mysterious YouTube channel that began uploading around 2015. And since then,
I love how me and Swag did the same thing.
It has uploaded nearly 1,000 videos. I don't think anyone really knows what this channel is going for, to tell you the truth. Most of these videos here are titled things like Hail Zaon or some variation of that. Their most popular video, No, Stop, was, I believe, found originally on PetiteTube. Yeah, remember when I said I'd mention that site again? Well, here it is. Chekhov's gun, bitch. Anyways, this video has a vibe that's all too familiar when you consider the countless art projects we've discussed. It has distorted, creepy music, with the uploader tearing apart a piece of paper with stock cartoon characters on it. Halfway into this video, this message flashes on screen being hailzaon.tk. This website no longer exists, but going on it on the Wayback Machine brings us to a website that just says Hail Zaon on it, with a link back to the YouTube channel. Groundbreaking. That's pretty much the only one of Hail Zaon's videos that got any level of publicity, being featured on Rainbot's video about PetiteTube. However, no one ever talks about their other videos. These include Hail Zaon, a video where the uploader goes to the store and buys some food while drum and bass plays. Another video called Hail Zaon, which is a pivot stick figure animation set to chiptune. This channel also has a fucking We Are Number One parody, a couple lore videos that are frankly nigh incomprehensible, a Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment speedrun. I mean, at least I got good taste in platformers.
True.
And mainly their content just focuses around mundane things. It's kind of genius because it still manages to freak out a lot of people, wondering just who this mysterious Zaon is, or what cult-like figure runs the channel, when really it's
I feel like people's imaginations, of course, make things bigger than they are. So it's like we want to be amazed, or we want to be mind blown, or we want to be shocked, or uncover some twist. But in some cases, it really is just a person chilling.
Probably just a friend group sharing a channel so they can post weird videos. At first, it kind of reminded me of the Elder Science Subliminals and Vicarious Collective stuff from a few parts back, but these Zaon guys definitely do not take themselves nearly as seriously as that. Good channel in my eyes. Sucks that it's effectively dead nowadays, but it did what it aspired to do, which was get a rise out of people and troll horror tubers, and it's been immortalized in this very Iceberg. Just, 20 hours in.
Through the title, Zaon, hail Zaon, Zaon eats you, Zaon wants you, whatever. Zaon wants to fucking kill you or whatever. Like this cold shit. It becomes mysterious. It becomes, oh my god. Even the most random, boring shit becomes interesting only when you put something interesting in the title. And isn't that the truth? Isn't that a profound fact of life?
Atelier Nyalis is a Japanese YouTube user whose content mainly revolves around this anime cat girl costume she has.
Dude, I'm the definition of it's not that deep though, bro. You know how many times I hear that?
Not a whole lot to say about this channel. It's just one of those enthusiast channels that might be a little creepy to some people, but compared to the other channels like it we've seen in the series, it's not that bad. I'd even go as far to say the costume looks pretty good, actually. Yeah. She also has other costumes that are like fursuits. There's also this teddy bear costume, which low-key goes hard. Again, not much else to say to this channel, so moving on.
I love how that's just like the one normal entry so far in the 12 minutes.
Creepy Shed is another ARG entry. It seems like they're back in full swing. Awesome. This one has a pretty unique style of editing. Reminds me of those old Aphex Twin videos. I believe the story here is...
I think I only seen this dude too. Being brought up on another tier, on another one of the tiers, or something else.
Something to do with a mentally ill father who, for some reason, wants to murder his wife and son, like it's The Shining or something. We're so far down that there's not really any explanation videos on this one, so I can't exactly recommend you to one. You might just be better off watching the videos yourself if this entry is something that interests you.
Potted plant worldwide.
Oh refers to a YouTube commenter who was said to have been everywhere in the YouTube comment.
Hold on. Potted plants theme is bumping in the background.
Section circa 2021.
Fun fact, or just fun little tidbit. I went and checked out your channel, Potted, that you made little beats and stuff. It reminds me of my good friend across the pond that I met through YouTube, Tesla, and his little beats he makes, but like also like all the music he shows me. Guys, I think I'm dying, bro. Literally.
Similarly to Justin Y. However, unlike Justin Y, they actually had content on their channel. The content itself was an ARG that supposedly worked in the fact that they were everywhere on YouTube. I'm not going to go super in-depth about said ARG, so go check out MatPat's video on the subject. MatPat? Something tells me
this theme song slaps.
This is a bit too far down if MatPat did a video on it, but the channel sadly no longer exists as YouTube took it down because they thought it was a bot. Tragic.
Oh, tragic.
Pital Woman viral video.
Yo, Potted, holy shit, this song slaps. 1 second. Here we go, we're at the source now. I want that worldwide woes, bro. Certified war crime. The shit is probably so loud. I'm so sorry. I can't turn it down. Oh! Yeah! that beat is so fire. All right, back to the tier. Back to the tier list.
Video is a video that originates in India and was originally uploaded in 2017 before being taken down, though re-uploads do exist. This video kind of confused me at first because it seems to simply depict a woman climbing a tree. I guess she is in a dress or robe or whatever that is, and climbing while in clothing like that can't be the safest thing in the world. However, if you look around, for whatever reason, there are several people crowding around and filming her. She then reaches the top and just kind of stands there, perfectly balanced. Apparently, the leading explanation for this video is that she was supposedly possessed by a spirit or demon who forced her to climb a tree, I guess. As it would turn out, this isn't the only video like this, as there are several videos on YouTube of women in South Asian and Southeastern Asian countries climbing trees and it being touted as witchcraft or spiritual possession or whatever. I don't know why a spirit would go through the trouble of possessing you only to make you climb a tree and then leave your body once you get down safely, but I guess I'm not here to ask questions.
I'm getting back on track with...
Yo, when it comes to things like that too, I ask the same thing. I possessed you just to troll you. Seems accurate.
This entry refers to an incident in Zvornik, a city in Bosnia and Herzegovina. This Slovenian athlete named Andrej Bujuk was participating in a competition where he had to dive off the top of this bridge into the water below. In the video, you can see him make the impressive jump as the crowd cheers him on. However, their cheers slowly turn to confusion as he never pops his head up from the surface of the water. As it would turn out, Andre drowned after he tried to resurface, most likely jumping from higher than he should have. Lifeboats tried to rescue him, but the water was too murky for anyone to spot him, leading to his untimely death. Reports say that the cause of this death was that his spine snapped when entering the water. This video is actually the subject of conspiracy theories, oddly enough, as some feel that they didn't do enough to save him from the water. This guy on Reddit seems to think something or someone was pulling him down, like a large fish or something. They also bring up the fact that Andre is a professional gold medalist bridge jumper, so I don't know. I guess it's possible that the Bosnian government was lying about it, but I don't really know what reason they would have to do so.
Wow.
Nightcream.mov is,
Stop questioning my authority. You know, like it's...
The big amethyst geode, right? What the fuck is going on? Night cream? Is this like some mouth-washing type horror? Instead, we have night cream. This is actually a really cool, like, horror thing, though. Or uncanny sort of lost.
This video was directed and uploaded by Ryan Lumley in 2012, who from the looks of it is a digital marketer and artist, with several other videos in this style, include Helical Scans, which is a music video for a full 42-minute album. I kind of thought I would have trouble finding out the origin of this video, but it was literally just from the channel that uploaded it. No clue who the old guy is, though, because that's definitely not Ryan. OSD310 is a Japanese YouTube channel from the very early days of YouTube, who would post these strange surrealist animations that have a vibe really unlike anything on YouTube. For a sampler of what I mean, let's see the video abc.mov.
Bro, what in the fuck?
I can't stress enough how much I like this style, as I felt it really familiar to me as a casual fan of Osamu Sato. It's really, reminiscent of the art in his games. And as I found out after doing a quick Google search, this account literally is Osamu Sato. For those who don't know, Osamu Sato is a game designer and artist who is most well known for games such as Eastern Mind, The Lost Souls of Tong No, as well as LSD Dream Emulator, which is the one you're most likely familiar with. The channel contains cutscenes from his games, as well as promotional material for them. He has also uploaded various advertisements he's done for certain clients, which is a misspelling he puts in every single video description. These clients include Otsuka Shokai, a copy machine company. And Jesus,
I like how Swegwin drove it home and he said these clients that he...
Chill out, Osamu. A commercial for Fontworks, which is a computer font company, a cup noodle commercial, and a commercial for Toyota Marine, which is Toyota, yes, the Toyotas, venture into the boat business instead of cars. Not only that, but this channel also includes clips from Osamu Sato's various VHS tapes. Among these are the Esoteric Retina, which until 2018 was completely lost media outside the clips on this channel, and the similar Compu movie, which is still lost media to this day, and is where the abc.mov video it comes from. This whole entry is really interesting since while I have played LSD Dream Emulator and I do like Osamu Sato's general music and art style, I guess I didn't dig deep enough to know all this extra info about his works. Apparently this channel is only tier 4 on the LSD Dream Emulator Iceberg, so I don't know, I guess I'm a fake fan. Pretty cool stuff. I would absolutely recommend checking out OSD 310 if you're into his art. Oh, and OSD stands for Outside Directors, which is his company, so I guess it's not fair to say that this channel is exclusively owned by him.
Do you really want to spend the rest?
Guys, I am falling asleep. I'm gonna come back and shoot this in a little bit, but I'm like tired. I need a nap or something. I think it's all the carbs I ate, bro. I'll be back. Google
Company, so I guess it's not fair to say that this channel is exclusively owned by him.
I'm back, by the way. I was asleep. Funny enough that this was
Google
and
Plus Go to Sleep is a lesser-known comment spam that would arise as the result of the Google Plus comment section integration of 2013, similar to Bob's Army. Now, I couldn't really find any sources for this, like, at all, besides this one Reddit post that reads Go to Sleep is a reference to a type of spam that occurred during this time. It involves a hyperlink that looks like a different site, which upon clicking on it, would take you to a very loud website with screaming, I think, accompanied by a flashing image of Jeff the Killer. I believe what the
Every time I hear the phrase go to sleep, I think something is going to be associated with Jeff the Killer. I feel like back in whatever year or era of the internet jump scare creepypasta shit, Jeff the Killer was every scary fucking link jump scare. I used to get jump scared by that all the fucking time. It got so annoying.
this is referring to is an old site called akk.li/pics/and.jpg, which is no longer around. It used to show a harshly flashing Jeff the Killer image along with an ear-piercing scream sound effect that haunted me when this site was on the peak of its popularity.
Same. It haunted me at first, but it got so annoying, dude.
Around when I was like 12.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know this site shut down until I was literally writing the script for this video, even though it was apparently like 7 or 8 years ago. I got hit with it once and the childhood trauma was so strong that I never looked back again. Anyways, back on track. The title of this webpage presumably was just go
Same. Same.
to sleep in all caps, and for some reason links on Google Plus comments would just display as the webpage title instead of the URL, leading to some fucky shit that I'll talk about later in this tier. I don't know why you would click on a link called go to sleep though. I feel like that can only result in bad things, but I don't know.
Yeah. Back then, for me, people disguised the link, so...
Wiggle When You Feel Down is a video uploaded by Alvin Yahai TV, and
I didn't realize the fingers. What the fuck?
but I don't know.
Wiggle when you feel down. What the
Wiggle When You Feel Down is a video uploaded by Alvin Yahai TV in 2019. It's only a minute long and is grainy footage of this man wiggling this thing on his figure while dancing. He's wearing this bizarre costume with a white jumpsuit and all this shit all over his face. The music is also surprisingly good in this video, and it took me an annoying amount of time scrolling.
Why does this man got hips, bro? What is going on here?
Through comment sections.
What in the hell? I wake up from this stuff just to torture myself. There's probably some hidden psyop within the massive YouTube iceberg. Some of these entries contained hidden images that knocked me out. I have no idea why I fell asleep between them, but I think it's because I had a lot of French toast.
Of various uploads
What
to
is
learn that it's a
going
song
on?
called CLS Tune 8 by Mactone, which is what's playing right now. As for the
Oh man, he doesn't got hips. He's got a lot more than hips.
actual origin of the video, no one can really agree. Some users theorize that this video is actually from sentimentalcorp.net, an ARG somewhat similar to WorldCorp, which could probably be its own segment if it had anything to do with YouTube. The oldest upload of this video is simply called Wiggle It by a man named John Doe. Is this the actual creator of the video though? I couldn't tell you. It's probably one of those two things, but I don't think there's any way of knowing for sure.
This is like a knockoff version of Terrifier, or you know, the villain I think that you know who with the black lips and stuff. This is like the beginning of the Terrifier, or like Terrifier's distant long Walgreens cousin or some shit. I accidentally pressed stop recording.
Another unsolved internet mystery. Squillington, This Is the Winner, is a now deleted low view video that is probably most well known for being featured on the Fine Bros YouTubers React series, oddly enough. For a while, this Fine Bros video was the only evidence that it even existed, as even the Iceberg has it tagged with a red D, meaning
Imagine that it was the Fine Bros video itself. They just staged it to make it look like this lost footage in the future. I don't know.
that it was deleted with no archive available, as opposed to a blue D, meaning that an entry has been deleted, but it's been archived. Maybe that's a facet of this Iceberg chart I should have mentioned like 2 years ago, but whatever. However, thanks to actually a viewer of the channel named Animalhead, shoutouts to them, there's a re-upload that exists on YouTube. It features this man dressed with socks on both his feet and hands, swim trunks, and this weird fucked up pig mask. He splashes water on his face for about 40 seconds and then makes an oinking noise at the camera. Then the video ends. Since this channel was terminated, all that exists of this video's existence is the video itself. I couldn't find anything on who uploaded it, and I'd assume Mr. Squillington is probably the name of the person? Maybe? It is archived on the Wayback Machine, but conveniently the title and channel name don't show up. So this video might have the same glitch as the wire shelving video, or more likely the Wayback Machine just fucked up. It's more likely than you think.
Wow. So is it just a weird video for the sake of being weird? Like, I wonder with some of those videos that are like that, there's like no other further explanation. It's just, yes, this did exist. It's deleted now. It's not archived. It was weird, but there's a re-upload, and it's just, here you go. This fucking weird ass footage.
Camerahead is a video uploaded to YouTube in 2009 by the
Again, I feel like this is a cousin to an original thing.
channel Kotyakov. It's another one of those found footage videos, however this one has somewhat of a backstory. Not only is it one of the first YouTube videos of its kind, but it's also one of the first bits of evidence of the Camerahead creepypasta. For those of you who don't know, Cameraheads were an early creepypasta that were created around the same time as stuff like Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, or Smile Dog. The original post of 4chan's Export reads this: X, what's a Camerahead? I was walking home through a nearby gully and came across a weird stack of rocks and a torn envelope with some writing on it. It appeared to have been written in charcoal or ash. It said, I killed a Camerahead. On the next line, it took Trevor, and the last line...
Oh, I know this Camerahead thing. I think I actually watched a video on this creepypasta.
Get help if I don't come back. And there was a mini DV nearby. This was all that was on it besides static, though I had to watch it a few times before I found this clip. Who took this video? A Camerahead sounds really silly if it's a monster with a camera for a head. And then of course they posted a link to this video. What sets this one apart from those other creepypastas I mentioned is that the Camerahead story was kind of lost to time over the years, and I wouldn't exactly call it as iconic as its peers. As a result, the story only got archived on the Xenopedia, which eventually shut down, leading to the story to become lost media.
Yeah, but I remember hearing about this, which is so odd.
For a while, this video was the only proof of the story's existence, outside of a few scattered posts to Axe mentioning it. While the story I read off and the single video are literally the only components to the original story, many thought it was way more extensive than it actually was, due to the mystique that comes with it being lost. Some thought it was some crazy extensive ARG or something like that, but really it was just a shitpost from 2009 on X. It was found in 2020, and many were fairly disappointed, but that's the kind of thing with lost media a lot of the time. If enough people search for a thing, they'll build up this expectation for what it is, and that it must be the most interesting or disturbing thing imaginable, and then it comes out and it's just kind of like whatever. It's like
Cue your imagination building up things better than they are sometimes.
how if a game or something takes too long to come out after it's revealed, then expectations will be so high that it would literally be impossible to meet. Except with lost media, it happens with something that already came out technically. Kind of a strange phenomenon.
Yeah. All right, Bill Mead.
Bill Mead is a YouTuber who started this channel back in 2013, and his content mainly focuses around religion and Christianity, with him sitting in front of a camera and preaching about said topics. However, he was only active around 4 months. Early on into his YouTube career, he was diagnosed with mouth cancer, and as his videos progressed, you can see his state slowly deteriorating as he looks much more sickly as time goes on. His last 2 videos, 10-hour surgery tomorrow, and 10-hour surgery tomorrow, which are 2 separate videos, have their audio muted, but based on the title, you can probably make a guess as to what he's talking about. He underwent surgery after this video, and less than a month later, he lost his fight to cancer and sadly passed away in 2014.
Damn, like there's just on here. I forget that the tiers are also things just like, it's just an amalgamation of the content on YouTube also, like just, but I wonder why entries like that are at this level, this tier. I wonder, because that seems like entries that are normally just meant to be at the lower tiers based on everything I've seen from the tier list this time, but not saying that Potted did anything wrong or anything like that, but I wonder if it's just like kind of, it gets thrown in there because I don't know, stuff like this kind of seem like they belong at earlier tiers. I don't know, but I don't know. El Salon TV.
El Zaon TV, now
El
renamed to
Zaon.
Multimedios Digitales Guerrero, was a YouTube
Should have known.
channel ran by a Mexican woman named Pamela Montenegro, also known by her pseudonym Nana Pelucas. She was a journalist and a political satirist for the channel, and would post videos investigating and providing commentary for the happenings in the Mexican state of Guerrero. She was pretty popular in the state, however, she was somewhat controversial for criticizing local
Is it going to turn out that she was assassinated or something like that? Jeez.
politicians. In the video Monologo de Nana Pelucas and El Segunda Temporada and El Sion Show, she criticized the then current mayor of Acapulco, Evodio Velasquez Aguirre, saying that he was a corrupt politician and that he cared not for the well-being of the city. She also made videos talking about the inner workings of the various gangs and cartels in the region. She managed to find information that was meant to be private and post it publicly on her YouTube channel. All of this combined would lead to a, quite frankly, shocking ending, where Pamela tragically passed away when she was murdered in the restaurant her and her husband owned in 2018. Supposedly, 2 armed gunmen simply walked into the building, shot her, and then walked out. And to this day, they were never caught. Some believe it was simply her reporting on the gangs that led to the event, but more believe that Aguirre hired a hit on her because he didn't want her to report on how corrupt he was, and that's the leading theory. It's a pretty fucked up story that isn't super well known in the English-speaking side of the internet, thanks to the language barrier.
I mean, what can I say? You know, like it's not like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. What she could have been speaking on in the corruption and everything could have been very noble, and she met an end like that because, I mean, involving yourself in speaking about gangs and stuff, I feel like is gonna attract that type of attention anyways. It's sad to say that maybe someone needs to do it and someone has to bring awareness to it, but it's just sad because instantly I hear a story like that and I just know right off the bat, all right, someone was assassinated or silenced. Like, I don't know. I don't even need enough evidence to be like it wasn't an assassination. Like, I mean, that they walked in, shot her, walked out. Like, if this dude was corrupt, I mean, it would not be that hard, I feel like, to send a hit and then like remain anonymous, like if he did or didn't do it.
This
also,
is what
that was Mexico, right? Something about being Mexican. Yeah, Mexican YouTuber. Mexico, I heard, is a wild, wild place in some parts.
What happens to human body inside electric cremation machine is a video that I had a pretty hard time looking for. The channel that originally uploaded it has since deleted it, and it took me scrubbing through the Wayback Machine to actually find it. That being said, though, I will not be showing it here for fairly obvious reasons.
Right.
It's a 23-second long recording of a burning, melting human corpse inside of a, as the title suggests, electric cremation machine. Not much else to say there. It's just kind of, yeah, that's what it is.
In the last part, wasn't there a video of a decaying corpse inside of a casket that you also didn't show, Swag? I think that was one of the listings, and it was, I don't know if Swag was wondering if it was staged or not staged, but it was pretty realistic enough to not show the video.
Also, I found this video on the Wayback Machine, but the title and description were of a completely different video, and I don't really know why. And then when I sent the link in Discord, it changed to a third, completely different video for some reason.
Give me one second. I don't know if my body, and my mind, and my spirit can withstand all of these dead bodies anymore. Or decaying,
going insane.
deadly. Thank you. I needed the Fortnite fix. You see what I'm saying? I'm being like tortured by this tier list. I don't know. This one just started off with a lot of death. Is it weird to just say I'm like desensitized by the tier list at this point? It's so that's probably such a bad comment.
Anthony Powell, known online as Tony48219, was a vlogger on YouTube that joined in 2007 and was active for around 2 years. His content would be quite hateful in all honesty, as common topics would include his hatred of atheists and evolution, as he was a devout Christian. He also made videos discussing how much he hated African American women, criticizing them for having children with deadbeat men and not with him, obviously. Bit of a proto-incel. Needless to say, of the
Oh my gosh, hang on, I didn't mean to skip that. I can't wait to hear more about this guy. See, man, I got a lot to say, but
for around 2 years. His content
good way to end this part of the video. I was gonna try to go through all the way through tier 9, just this tier 9 one, so we get but I'm really tired, so I want to give you guys my full attention. And I feel like this video was like below my normal capability of like watching and commenting. I felt a little bit bad.
It would be quite hateful in all honesty, as common topics would include his hatred of atheists and evolution, as he was a devout Christian. He also made videos discussing how much he hated African American women, criticizing them for having—
Is he black himself? I can't tell. He seems like very, very light. He seems like 1/3 white or some or not 1/3 black, 2/3 white.
having children with deadbeat men and not with him, obviously. Bit of a proto-incel. Needless to say, his content was pretty controversial, as well some rightfully thought he was quite bigoted. Others thought what he was saying was, based and red-pilled. Well, people didn't say that in 2007, but you know what I mean. Some people, such as those in the budding atheist community on YouTube, were convinced that Tony was even some kind of a troll. Like, maybe someone left-leaning doing an impression of how they think right-wingers sound. As his videos progressed, he would only get more and more hateful and—
Isn't that crazy that you see someone be so you see someone be so extreme, so expressive, so like sporadic in their hatred or like extreme views that your common what is it? Your common idea that just starts occurring in your mind is that there's no way that a human like this can exist. I'm pretty sure I've said this on the Iceberg already about groups who like fall in love for the fucking school killer, like school shooters. It's like, it's almost like your mind is blown that individuals like this exist. And it blows my mind even more when I think about the idea that like a lot of the concepts I follow, like how we're, a collective consciousness, everything is connected and things like that. It brings such a funnier tone to things like that because it's crazy to believe that, like, if you believe in us in interconnectedness and living multiple lives, isn't it crazy to think that if you reincarnated, there's somebody out there that maybe have done so wrong in life or something that they reincarnated as this motherfucker? Like, that's crazy for me to think about. That's why I love the concepts I think about, the things I've experienced in my life spiritually, because I like to joke about it. I think God is a comedian, and this is one of those times of that, because it's like, it's crazy that this individual exists. I don't know how he looks black, so right there, I don't even know how you I can't. There's so much I gotta say, but I don't have the energy, bro.
Attached from
He doesn't deserve it either.
reality. He also had an extreme hatred for one user of the site, Asia McGowan. Asia happened to be a black atheist woman, which was enough to encompass everything Tony hated about humanity, apparently. Her videos would consist of vlogs about philosophy and—
Please tell me, because I saw a news clip when I accidentally clicked, that he does not find and murder this woman, bro. It's so sad. Like, she looks black too. The video just looks light. It could be she looks light skinned and he does too. It could be my screen settings or their light that they're using, like the ring light. But that's incredibly sad if this is going to take a dark twist where she like ends up stalked and hunted by this dude, bro.
religion and stuff like that. On her videos, she would receive constant hate comments, most of which came from Tony and his various alternate accounts. This would all come to a point when, on April 13th, 2009,
a day after my birthday, I was 9 years old.
Tony would find her at her school, Henry Ford Community College, and pull a shotgun on her, killing her instantly before pulling it on himself. This This is one of the first examples of YouTubers becoming criminals. It's kind of insane to think about, like a YouTube feud ending with someone getting shot and killed, and neither of these people were like small creators for their time period. It's just kind of wild. After the event, several figureheads of the religious and skeptic community came together in support of Asia and Tony's families. Tony's channel would be terminated soon after the shooting, and over a decade later in 2021, Asia's channel would be hacked, leading it to be deleted too. Both their channels have pages on the Lost Media Wiki, since not everything was even archived, and the event as a whole is now a forgotten footnote in the ridiculously long list of YouTube history.
The Bigfoot in Oregon screams heard late. We're gonna start this in the next. We're gonna start this in the next video. That's a good note to end on, because holy shit, holy shit, what? Found her at her school and pulled a shotgun on her. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know what to say, bro. This makes me it's not that deep. I shouldn't go that far. No, it kind of is that deep. First of all, rest her soul. I don't have anything to say about him other than rest in peace, brother. I hope they're treating you nice on the other side. What the fuck, dude? Rest her soul, but she was just like, was there anything extreme about her and her beliefs? Even though it doesn't matter, that's not warranted for anyone to, I feel like, play God and take a life. Unless the only time I think killing is justified is like, you know, nuance with being threatened or being in danger or protecting your family, which that goes into other, we can have that, you know, discussion all the time. That's just, I'm giving you an idea. Any other circumstance, it's like, how deranged you have to be to find someone's opinions online. Like, we can like agree to disagree and live in harmony, bro. You do not have to kill someone over beliefs. This is why I say have your beliefs but don't believe in them. Like, I'm not even so, because certain things that I've experienced I just know to be true for my reality. Then other things are like beliefs here and there that are still shaky. And there was a guy named Aaron Dowdy, he's a spiritual teacher, much more, that I really like when I came into the whole, I had an awakening and was trying to find other people going through this, like going seeing like, yo, is anyone else going through this stuff? Because at the time, that's how I knew my journey was pretty authentic. I didn't find spiritual content and then become, and like, it's like I had an awakening and then found it. So I was finding other people, and he said something in one of his videos, in one of his earliest videos, I think, unless it was an older one, but it's still old, but like it was more recent. But have your beliefs, but don't believe in them, because of reasons like this. Like, there's no way that you believe something so strongly that you'll like off somebody else. But that shows you how powerful the mind can be. He had to have something else wrong with him, right? I'm not trying to say that, or not trying to start anything if people really cared about this individual, but to be pushed to take a life due to beliefs is just like, I don't know. To me, that goes a little bit above and beyond of not being able to control your mind or control yourself. That's sad. That's sad. She looked like a beautiful young lady that had a lot of life to live, and just shotgun. I'm done. Much love in Moonlight. That kind of tired of hearing about all these sad deaths, bro. I'm out. This tier just started off with a lot of death. Nothing too disturbing yet. I guess the guy with the wiggly finger. All right, I'm done. Much love in Moonlight.